the late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar, Monday to Friday. We do the show every day because we gotta know. We gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else, of course. Yesterday there was no show. I was doing some gardening work. Now that is done, I got some other stuff I have to do. I have to fix the lamp today. I have to fix my screen on the right side. So I do have other stuff to do. Besides that, everything is good. But guys, as the title suggests, bears in disbelief. We had this bear flag that didn't play out, and everybody's like, hey man, this is insane. A pattern that doesn't go the direction that we are expecting it to go. So, we're gonna talk about that. What, is this chart actually bullish or bearish? Lately, a lot of people have been talking about Wyckoff accumulation phase, and it does play out like Wyckoff accumulation phase on the downside on the 4-hourly time frame, so we're gonna check that out. But besides that, it does look extremely bullish, guys. It does look extremely bullish. It looks like we might have continuation towards the upside. So, there is that. How's everybody in the chat doing right now? Batch, wait, let's go. Ken Ulmark, hi TLA. Hi Ken, how you doing, man? Toxic, yo, Batch. Crypto base, we must trade. Yeah, we must trade soon. Not yet, I'm gonna tell you when. Hey guys, hope will be a pumping day for all. Hope that as well. Krista, glad to have you back, TLA. Yeah, I'm glad to be back as well. I need this as well as much as you. All the crypto YouTubers are coming out of the hiding is a good sign. I always been here, I'm just taking about a little bit, a 2-day break right now, it wasn't even 2-day break, but it is a little bit break. Ken Ulmark, yes, was missing TLI today. Start the show, let's go baby. Arat is in the chat. Jamil, George Emil is in the chat. How you doing, man? Tired legs, Jutro, nedostaje sinam. Nedostajala si nam. Am I a woman? Nedostojo si nam. Nedostajala. Nedostoju. Maybe I should cut my hair. Vanalesva, good morning, man. How you doing? Need some Norwegian black metal for the intro. Best black metal in the world is from Norway, guys. Norway. Deep Seagal, yo, how you doing, man? Vivian Young, morning. Crypto King, good morning. Pre-Juice, how you doing, man? The Central Plan, what's up, man? The Central Plan, I'm doing the same thing you do. I do gardening work, Rise Wave, what's up? We know the dates. Yeah, exactly, the Central Plan, we know the dates. And it is playing so far, after the dates, hopefully this will continue, of course. Giga Burya, sup boys, how you doing? Vishal, guess who's back? Back again, TLA's the late adopter back. Ryan, George Emil, I sold mine yesterday. People are buying and selling, of course. Pullback soon. I don't know about that. Everybody expecting a pullback. So when people stop expecting a pullback, that's when pullback is gonna happen. 3 scenarios. A bear flag plays out fully and everybody quits crypto. It won't play out. Bear flag gets invalidated upwards and we start talking 100k again. It invalidates sideways and nothing changes. No, it already started invalidating towards the upside, but it's just got everybody bullish, and then it's gonna reverse. So I think that's more likely the plan right now. Edward Too Good, good morning, how you doing, Edward, man? Sheen Wallen up, down, sideways. Will not pump that much today, as S&P is kind of resistance, and Bitcoin, actually S&P has broken the resistance. In fact, S&P has broken, I think last time I checked S&P, it did break the resistance. Yeah, S&P did break the resistance, above 50 moving average as well, above the resistance up here. S&P is also broken the resistance towards the upside, so it does look bullish. Just a retrace. No volume, no sound. Yeah, but now sound is back. Chris Magri, good morning, how you doing? Larny Lou, wife been cleaning keyboard again. Nah, it's I think this. I should probably tape this. This has happened before with the mic. This has happened before when the mic cord gets out. I don't know why, but from time to time it just pops out. It doesn't have this very nice sticky feature on the mic. David Krina, any live trading today? I'm a little bit unsure about that. Did not sleep that well. I'm gonna also talk about that a little bit later. Darius Sousa, one dump. Not quite yet, not quite. St. Mario 2012. Hi yo, Eric. Hell X Racer, Swedish Death Metal 90s. Sheen Wallen, Mayhem Throne. Satyricor, yeah. People love black metal, death metal, and that kind of stuff. Okay guys, let's talk about Bitcoin and what's happening in Bitcoin over here. We got a couple of charts up here. So Captain is in the chat as well. Hi Captain, how you doing? So this is gonna go down. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin a little bit. We're gonna look at the DXY, what's happening there. We're gonna also look at S&P and Dow Jones a little bit. We're gonna talk about the bear flag that's actually on the chart, what I'm seeing. And guys, everybody right now, like even me myself, I want to short stuff. I want to short stuff, right? And the reason we want to short is because, you know, stuff goes up, so of course you want to short, but the problem is that the stuff is actually way too bullish for shorting right now. So I think we need to wait for something. Like even this move towards the upside, I was expecting it to close below this yellow line. This is the 50 moving average. I was expecting that to close below the 50 moving average, and it did not. It actually broke the 50 moving average. Right now it's holding above the 50 moving average up here. Even went down, tested that as support right now. It can technically continue going up, guys. It can technically continue going up. It is bullish, unfortunately, for us who wants to short, but you know, that's life. That's life. You know, I wouldn't mind, you know, having a couple of more months of this accumulation phase, but this accumulation phase is actually happening on the 4-hourly time frame, and it's already kind of done. So I'm expecting some kind of, you know, more move towards upside up here before we actually get a reversal towards downside. So the title says, bears in disbelief. We've been watching this bear flag over here playing out for a long time, right? This is a bear flag up here, and right now everybody is still expecting this to be some kind of a bear flag that we still break on downside, but it's already getting invalidated. We broke above the bear flag, we broke above the 50 moving average. We are sitting up here at the top of that move up here. If this continues going towards upside, it is extremely bullish, and we need to assume more upside. So this is actually not a shorting position yet. This is actually a long position right now over here, and you know, just don't get trapped in the, you know, it went up too far, it needs to come down, so we should short it. Trap. It's very easy to do, because when stuff goes up you always think that, you know, it just gonna, you know, dump down, straight down, and sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't have to, you know, go down to the 10-20 moving average and climb on 10-20 moving average all the time. It can just go up here, get, you know, support here on the bear flag, get support on the 50 moving average, and continue pumping towards upside. You have to assume that this is gonna go towards upside because it is extremely bullish. Let me show you some couple of other lines that this is gonna, you know, make the magic come out for you up here. Like this line over here is very nice. We also broke this line over here, as you can see. It's very nice line. It's a super nice line, like extremely on the dollar line. Super nice line. Very nice over here, and you can see here on this candle up here, when we had this big move towards the upside, we actually broke that line. Very bullish move, and right now this is just continuation towards the upside. So if you consider right now that we broke the trend over here, this you know, 4-hourly trend towards downside, that's actually broken right now. Sorry, it's not 4-hourly, it's a daily trend. Daily trend is actually broken right now. Super bullish. Bear flag invalidated, super bullish above the 50 moving average with a retest right now. Super bullish. Everything is very bullish, guys. Do not think that shorting right now is in any way, shape or form validated, because the shorts are actually short-lived. Shorts are short-lived, and when shorting you have to understand that this is right now super bullish towards the upside because we are breaking trend. We already had a retest on downside down here. You can see here this is a retest on downside down here on this trend line. On the, you know, we broke the midline up here towards the upside up here. We retested everything, and right now we just bouncing towards the upside. Everything looks super bullish, guys. Everything looks super bullish for more continuation towards the upside, and there is no such thing as in tech analysis that says this has to happen and this doesn't have to happen. Like the bear flag over here on the chart, you know, a lot of people are watching the bear flag not understanding that technical analysis says that there is only probability towards one or other side. But you know, the bear flags are by nature bearish patterns because it is trending towards upside. That's why we are more bearish towards downside. But when you're already on some kind of bottom, when the large macro patterns, price action is coming down to some kind of bottom, doesn't matter what kind of bearish pattern you have on the bottom, you have to understand that that bearish pattern won't actually continue in the same direction. Although it does look bearish towards the end, it can actually reverse and go in the opposite direction, like it's happening right over here on the chart. But as you see right now, we are breaking everything towards the upside. There is very little left over here that we did not break. There is very little left that we did not break over here towards upside. Even this top up here we broke. We literally broke everything right now, and it's very, very hard right now to be any kind of way, shape or form bearish. Right, alts are not actually pumping that much right now, but that's okay because alts are always kind of late with the pumping and stuff like that, right? But they will actually pump eventually. And for example, Dogecoin is up like 10% today. It's also breaking very nice levels. Cardano is getting ready, already kind of broke up here above the 50 moving average. Sand already pumped up here above the resistance. We got a Mana up here, had a very nice trend line, pumped up here, coming up to the resistance up here. Yesterday I was actually thinking about shorting up here Mana, but I never did that. But you know, the coins are, you know, they have broken certain very, very important levels, very important trends. This you know, this shoe pattern up here breaking towards upside right now, coming to this resistance up here and waiting for continuation up here. Everything looks super bullish. I would not be, you know, I would not be thinking about, you know, shorting right now. I think we need more extensions up here. If you look at it, if you look on the moving averages up here, you'll see that we have just been kind of climbing up slowly up here. Just remove everything. We kind of just be climbing slowly on the moving averages up here, although it does look like, you know, we are getting extended a little bit towards upside. We might have small pullbacks down here, we might have small pullback, but this can continue towards upside, guys. This can very easily continue towards upside, and we don't have these major extensions that has to pull down. We don't have these major extensions yet, not on the 4-hourly, not on the daily time frame, not on anything right now. So everything looks nice and dandy, and it's really hard to say that, you know, any kind of extension right now will pull back. But if it's just for some reason just, you know, extend, you know, big time towards upside, this is our short position, of course, obvious. But right now it is very, very bullish, very bullish. Let's see what DXY is doing right now. And yesterday I was looking at the DXY over here. I drew two lines. This on the daily time frame. There's a resistance. This is a support up here on the downside, and you can see here we explode above the resistance up here, goes up, you know, towards the next resistance at 110. I will show you the bigger chart up here, 110, and right now we are pulling back to the moving average. This can of course still continue going towards the upside. It's still not broke this trend over here towards downside yet. Technically we are still very much bullish on DXY yet, and DXY has more you know, room left up to go. Now I'm just gonna remove these two lines up here for a second up here, so you can see this on the bigger time frame. This is a monthly time frame. This is a very nice chart regards to, let's go to the 6 months chart up here, with regards to Mladen up here, and this to me looks like we are coming to the very, very close of end of this move. This is a 6 month chart, so this is a, you know, 2 years move from down here at 89 all the way up to you know, 109. That's like 22% move towards the upside on the XY. So anybody who's been sitting in dollars for the last, you know, 2 years has made like about at least 20% of the money. Now if you've been sitting down since, you know, in the dollar since 2014, you made like, you know, 40% up in the next, I don't know, 8 years or something like that. I don't know how many people are sitting on the dollars for 10 years or something like that, but yeah, you know, it's been you know, dollar has been going towards upside. Now this does look for the dollar like some kind of rising wedge, and eventually will break on downside. But you can see this is gonna come in, you know, 2030 or something like that. In the next 8 years we might see, you know, decline of the dollar up here, but because up here it can do something like this and then decline on the downside, right? So right now it might go just zigzag and decline later on that. On the other hand, if something changes in the world, this might break the, you know, 6 months trend up here towards upside and just explode towards upside, and the dollar is gonna win the world over, right? But on the short time scale that we are actually interested in right now, we are coming to some kind of top up here. We are hitting this top on the head over here on the around 110. Will this actually try to break this right now or not? We don't actually know, but it is getting you know, pretty fast up, going pretty fast up here towards the upside. It is breaking the trends up here as well. Up here you can see over here coming very close to this trend up here as well, this trend line over here. For this to break down, it needs to break this these lines on the downside down here. We have been watching these lines. This is gonna be around, this is on the weekly time frame. So if once it starts breaking this 10 moving average on the downside, it's pretty much done. 10-20 moving average on the downside is pretty much done. That's gonna be around, you know, back 103 or something like that. Right now that's at 104. But overall the trend is still towards upside. Unfortunately, even though Bitcoin right now is having a small nice rally towards upside, the trend is still on the XY towards upside. S&P 500 did break the trend. Let's go look at a daily time frame up here and remove the moving averages for a second up here. S&P 500 has broken this downtrend over here, which is very nice. There was first one downtrend up here. Let me just see if I can actually make it. So you can see here we had one downtrend over here. We broke that towards upside. We had a secondary downtrend, the same speed towards downside. We are right now breaking that towards upside as well. Will it continue right now? Will it continue right now going like this over here, or will it try to, you know, break the next resistance, big resistance up here at the top? That's the big question. So it can go, you know, this over here, once it breaks this trend line over here towards upside, it's like, you know, bull run restarting in the S&P 500. It's like recession is finished. So, you know, we can definitely go back to these levels up here. You know, these levels up here, but once we break these levels up here, that's around right now around the 44,000, give or take, if we just pump today. But you know, late, if you pump a little bit late, that's going to be 43,000 on S&P. Once we break these levels on down upside up here, recession is pretty much done, guys. Recession is pretty much done. You know, everything is going to be nice, and markets are going to just explode towards upside once you are above this line. So this line up here is very, very important line. But when it comes to what's happening right now, it does look like we are breaking the trend towards upside. You can see also the 50 moving average up here. Where is it? We are breaking that towards upside. We have also gone above the resistance up here as well. So the same thing Bitcoin is doing is S&P 500 is doing as well. It had this accumulation phase down here at the bottom. Right now explode towards the upside, and right now it can actually have a nice rally towards the upside. So S&P looks bullish. Dollar index looks bullish. Bitcoin looks bullish. Everything looks bullish. But I'm thinking it only looks bullish for a short term. So it's way too early to talk about any kind of 100k, 50k or anything like that. What's happening on the chart right now is actually that we are trying to make a new pivot point. So, you know, nothing drops down in a straight line, but this trend over here, this trend over here is broken. Now the next big trend for us right now, is over here, something like this up here. You can see right now these are the two major resistance lines. So we are doing right now, I think we might go all the way up to some kind of 30k up again. You know, believe it or not, we can actually go to 30k up again. There will be also a resistance line up here. Let me see that if there is any confluence above that. There is no confluence up here. Let me see if there is confluence up here. Yeah, this looks very nice. Just a second, guys. I need to take this. It's my mom. Sorry about that. You know, mom calls you, take the phone. Okay. So so there is actually confluence between the trend line up here and this bigger trend line up here. So maybe something like the, you know, 30.5 or something like that if you go straight up here, and then we might have a bigger move towards the downside. Maybe there will be, you know, there are definitely other resistance levels before that point, though. There are definitely other, but you know, there is a lot of confluence up here. Oh my God, I did not even see this. Look at the confluence. Maybe this trend line, this trend line, this trend line over here. All of these trend lines have one, you know, one single, you know, point up here at 30.1, 30, something like that. Maybe, guys, maybe we should just long top to 30k up here. There is just so much confluence up there right now. That does look very, very nice. Besides that, I mean, there is definitely, you know, other levels between these two levels up here that might be of interest. For example, moving averages up here. We got a 100 moving average up here at 28.9. This is on the daily time frame. The weekly time frame, we got right now hitting this 10 moving average at 24.2 or something like that, right? But overall, it does look bullish, guys. It does look bullish. We are coming to certain levels. We might go up to 30k too, but right now that I'm seeing this weekly 10 moving average, I'm guessing this is gonna be major resistance right now. I did not see this before, but right now I'm seeing that the 10 moving average will be major resistance right now before we get to 30 point whatever. That's this at 24.2, 24.3. That's gonna be a major resistance level. But what I want to say with the start of this is that let's remove just these lines up here a little bit and remove this one and this one and go to daily time frame. What I want to say before we start, looking at these confluences, what I want to say before we start, what happens up here right now, what happens right here right now, we are trying to create a new pivot point. This pivot point will give us a new trend line. That's what we are creating right now. We are creating a new pivot point. So how high this pivot point goes, we don't know, but we are trying to create a new pivot point. These pivot points are always created on the chart. Very important pivot points, right? These pivot points are very, very important on the chart because they give us a trend line. So right now we are creating a new pivot point, and this pivot point is going to be very, very important once we hit some kind of top. Let me just check this one thing over here. Is this at the same place as 10 moving average up here? It's close, but not at the same place. Maybe something like this. Not even close, There's that. So I think Bitcoin is bullish. I might see some kind of small pullback up here, and more continuation towards upside. But I would be very, very afraid of shorting right now. I would be more on the long inside. There is that. Garrett Soloway says 25 could go to 28, but then 12 still. Well, he just speaks about, you know what I say, and I'm gonna be on the money right now. It could go up to, 23, then maybe 25, then maybe 28 to 30, then 35 or 40, and then it can go to 25 or 45, right? On the flip side, it can then go when it hits one of these levels, it can go back down to, 17K, 15K, 14K, 12K, 10K, 5K, or 1K. And I'm betting you guys right now, these levels that I gave you, this what I told you is gonna happen. I'm gonna be on the money. I mean, there is no way I can miss this prediction. All bears, load it up. Bottom is in 100%. Right now, a lot of people are bullish. We've been bullish for a long time, guys. Waiting on Gala to hit 0.57. Yep, bottom is passed. If VIX is up, everything else is down, and vice versa. VIX is volatility, everyone watches it closely. Yeah, VIX is the volatility indication, but it just shows you volatility. It doesn't show you, it's not correlated with anything. It's been saying 20K when we're at 70K, and everyone's saying 100K. A lot of people have been saying 20K, so Garrett Soloway, he does know tech analysis, so there is that. We should not expect high bullish as economy is in a hard position. Dude, don't do that. Don't correlate, what's happening in the economy and the market, with markets. Stock market's recovering, we are gonna fly. Yeah, 9,000 again must be for bullish trend. 7,005 was the bottom. Bottom is not in. If so, his history is what happened. We only get one spike of lows and then go up. It's accumulation phase, guys. Somebody posted this chart up here in the Edward posted it in the members club up here. Let's copy that up here. This is schematics of accumulation. This is from Edward up here, and this schematic of accumulation, Wyckoff trading range, how they actually play out, and they do tend to play out a little bit differently, stuff like that. But their accumulation phase and how he is, categorizing them, that's a little bit different. But if you look at this on the 4-hourly time frame, this looks like a short-term accumulation phase. First this is first as down here, selling climax or whatever it's called, automatic retest, and you got this is test, this is test, this is test, move up to the resistance, some kind of name, I don't know what kind of name it is. This is spring down, and right now it's some kind of continuation towards upside. So it does look like some kind of accumulation phase over here. Whether we are going to use Wyckoff or not to actually explain it, we don't actually need to, because we can see that on the chart right now. I mean, we knew for a long time it is accumulation phase. Why it not pump? What do you mean why it not pump? It pumped like crazy, man. It's up at 1500, man. Right now it looks like it wants to turn over up here right now. It might pump again very, very soon, so we're gonna see that. The big guy's gonna going bust was the bottom signal, ironically. There has been a lot of bottoming signal, but you know, learn how to read the charts. But now that everybody's getting super bullish, guys, I'm getting a little bit bearish. So I'm looking for some kind of top right now. Although everything is bullish, everything points towards upside. I definitely see more upside because a lot of these other bears need to change their stance. Like, oh, this is the bottom, we're going to go up right now. That's it. I don't think this is bottom just yet. I think we're gonna have a pullback soon. This is not gonna go just, you know, like this up here towards the, you know, 100,000 or whatever. This is not gonna happen. There will be pullback. I don't think this is this accumulation phase is done, although on the short term it might be done, so we might have a nice move towards the upside. But you know, definitely looking at certain levels that needs to be broken. But right now I am more bullish than bearish. I'm a slightly bearish, but I'm a lot more bullish than actually bearish. I'm a lot more bullish than actually bearish, and I'm actually looking more towards the upside than towards downside. So there is that. But eventually this will actually change. Once we come to a certain level, I will be slightly bullish and largely bearish at one point, right? Will we get back down to these levels again on some other time? That can actually happen, and that will get everybody, you know, to think that we are gonna go past, you know, something like that down there, and we might do, you know, nice move up here or something like this up here, and then, you know, ricochet right back up again, right? That can actually happen as well. So if it pumps, will Coinbase allow withdrawals again? I don't know, man. Which is bullish means time to short from 24.5. Next week another Fed meeting, inverse bar chance. No, I don't see. I mean, inverse bar chance. There is pretty decent chance for that up here. So you know, if that happens, it happens. A little bit unsure about that. Anyways, guys, hit the like button on the way out. Come back tomorrow 9 AM Central European time. We're gonna do this show again. I'm gonna also tell you what I think. This is what I think right now. Hugely bullish. I don't think it's time for shorting. Time for shorting might come soon, but not right now. Besides that, everything looks very good. The markets are doing nice. You know, besides that, you know, hit the like button. Come back tomorrow. I'm gonna go fix my lamp because there is no light in this room beside the, you know, table light up here and the screen light. And I should actually have my window open. This would have been a lot better. I need to fix my light today. I'm gonna fix the screen today. I'm gonna do some other stuff today, so you know, I'm a little bit unsure about how much trading there will be. We haven't been trading for the last couple of days. Number one, I can tell you one more thing why I haven't been trading you know, these moves you know, these last days. Let me go to the daily time frame up here. So you can see that down here for last 2 days, besides, you know, me sleeping out well, we did not take long positions down here, and this just exploded towards the upside. And you know, you can always catch a long position on a move to towards upside. That's fine, right? But I was thinking that when this pumps towards upside, there will be a you know, a consolidation phase before it goes down. So if you look at it, for example, on 1 hourly time frame or something like that up here, over here, there has been, you know, slight, you know, pullbacks up here, you know, big move towards upside, and then it goes, you know, sideways up here, a little bit up, a little bit down, and then it had this big move towards upside and again sideways. Well, you know, it's very, very boring trading after a big move, impulsive move. It's very boring trading because then it gets into this sideways movement that never ends, right? So you do not ever want to trade after a big impulsive move. You want to trade after a very long, boring period, and you want to catch the big moves, right? You want to trade after a boring period and catch the big moves. You don't want to trade after a big move, because every time you get a big move, you know, you get, you know, some kind of sideways motion or something like that, right? You know, don't wait for the big moves, guys. Big moves means a lot of sideways motion, right? Big moves means a lot, except up here. I mean, up here it was, you know, some kind of fake out or whatever, right? But usually big moves mean sideways, especially when the price is coming to some kind of consolidation over here. And the longer this consolidation on the bigger time frames goes, these consolidation moves after any kind of move will be, you know, very, very, very boring. So, you know, the best time to trade is, you know, having a big move, waiting for consolidation for a very long period of time, and then, you know, start trading or getting into the trades at the end of these consolidations, right? You assume, you assess or assume where the price will go next, and then you try to get into a best position before that. Is that 3 white soldier formation today being the 3rd soldier candle on the daily forming? Yeah, but these 3 soldiers, no, it's not 3 big soldiers, because these wicks on the downside are too big and the wicks on the upside too big. 3 white soldiers are usually very, very short wicks. I don't know why, but they are very, very short wicks on the upside and downside. Just kind of pumps towards the upside, right? But after any kind of 3 big red green candles, I will be shorting the heck out of that pattern though. Anyways, guys, hit the like button. See you tomorrow, same time, same play. Also, join Qcoin, because, you know, accumulation phase is going away from you guys. The accumulation phase is going away from you. And if you don't buy gems, you know, very soon or on the next dump or something like that, man, you just might miss. Big guys are buying gems, guys. And the only way to buy gems is Qcoin. Okay, that's enough. That's enough Qcoin shilling for today. Thanks, guys. Hit the like button. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.